What's up everybody, welcome back or to the channel. So today we're going to be going over a new addition to my vehicle collection. Now for some of you that are new to the channel, I did just sell my 2016 Street Glide Special. Now I did not want to sell that bike. I really love that bike. I did a lot of modifications to it. I actually posted all of the videos to pretty much everything I did to that bike on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in those type of videos, definitely go check those out. But there are two main reasons why I sold that bike. Number one is cost. We are living in an extremely inflated world where costs across the board are through the roof. One of the big costs that has dramatically affected me is my fuel costs. I have two diesel trucks that I'm running. My wife has hers, I have mine. Back and forth to work, running the kids around, just doing your normal day to day. My fuel cost per month has gone up a good $600. So I needed to figure out how to balance that out a little better. So I ultimately paid off some credit cards, paid off a few other things, and my wife and I decided that we would sell the Street Glide to get out of that higher payment because it is a much more expensive bike. I paid a lot more for it when I first bought it. So we ended up selling the Street Glide. Now that's the number one reason I sold the Street Glide, was cost. Number two is because I'm not a huge fan of having a fixed fairing all the time. I'm the kind of guy that always likes to switch things up a little bit, change the style of my bike, and just switch things back and forth a little bit, which you really can't do with the Street Glide too much. It's with a fixed fairing, you're pretty much stuck with the fairing at all times. I don't mind the fairing, I just didn't always like being stuck with it. So that was number two. So I ultimately ended up selling it. The guy that bought it, really cool guy. He loves the bike. It's exactly what he was looking for, so he was really happy with it. So at the end of the day, we both made out. I got to get out of that big payment. He got the bike he always wanted, so we're both happy. But I wanted to pick up another bike. I just wanted to do it in a more cost-effective way. So I started looking at used Harley Davidsons again. So I spent a good 2 to 3 weeks searching for the right bike, and ultimately I found it. Now, this is the bike that I've been really interested in getting for a long time because it does allow a lot more flexibility, in my opinion. Now, it wasn't quite the color I originally wanted because I'm used to always having black and gray all the time. But this bike was definitely not one of those colors. So I thought, you know, this is going to be different. Maybe this is what I need. I need something that's a little bit more flashy, change it up a little bit and do something a little bit different. The deal was too good to be true. I went down to see it, loved the bike, everything was good, so I bought it and brought it home. I ended up buying this bike at a much lower cost compared to what I paid for my Street Glide, so I was really happy about the price. I put a little bit of money down, financed very little, and now I'm in a much better financial situation with this bike. And what's also great is that it gives me another bike to start customizing to my specific needs because, as all of you know, I love to customize my vehicles and I like to change things up and make it a little bit more personal to me. And I'm really excited to start customizing this bike and trying on something a little bit different. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at the new build. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The 2015 Road King. So just kind of starting off with some of the modifications that are on here already. As you can see, the previous owner did put on the custom fairing on the front. Now, I really like this option because these custom fairings with the Rockford Fosgate stereo system in it, they usually run around $1,000. So they're not cheap. But when you go with the Road King and add this type of fairing, it still ends up costing you less than a Street Glide. But the main benefit of having this is that you can very easily disconnect it. There's a wire harness right here. Okay, all you have to do is unplug the wire harness, take out those two bolts on both sides, the fairing pops off. Now you're back to the open view Road King that everybody's so used to seeing with the big headlight on the front. They also added in the LED headlights here. So again, they replaced all the headlights in the front with LED headlights. You could turn these side headlights on here with a switch right here. Okay, so that's already done. Now again, the stereo system in this Rockford fairing is actually really good. It's pretty loud. It's actually louder than the navigation stereo system on the Street Glide that I had. This one right here connects to my phone very quickly. I can get XM satellite stereo, Pandora, Bluetooth, anything I want. But what I like about it is that it connects to my phone very quick and easy. And there's also a power button right under here. I don't know if you can really see it, but right here my finger's pointing. So really, I keep it turned off. So when I turn the bike on, nothing turns on unless I want it to. Because of my Street Glide, one of the things I used to hate was even when you turn the stereo system off, as soon as you turn the key on, the stereo system pops on and starts blasting music when you're not even prepared for it. This one, I can physically control if I want this stereo to be on or off or how I want it to work. It also has a charge port right here, so you can plug in different things there, and you have a USB auxiliary outlet over here, which is very convenient. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. So the other day when I was filming this video, I was doing a demonstration on the sound quality of this radio, and I ended up using a song that I purchased. It was an AC/DC song, but using that audio file got my video flagged and removed, so I have to use a different file. So what I'm going to do today is just use a basic audio file that I created for my YouTube videos. I'm going to play that on this phone here through the radio, just so you can get a general idea of how the sound of this radio is and how loud it gets. So let's go ahead and give it a try. So let's go ahead and put it on 10 right now, and let's go ahead and play this audio file right here. Here we go. You can turn the subwoofer up or down. It's on 5 right now. But we can turn the subwoofer down, turn the volume up. That's 15. We can even go higher. That's 20. And it's pretty loud in person. But again, my camera mic is not going to pick up the true sound of this stereo on this video, but trust me, in person, it's very loud and it sounds really good. So overall, in my opinion, I think this stereo system set up on this Reckless Industries fairing sounds better than the Harley factory head unit that comes with the Street Glide that I just previously sold. So my overall impression of the Reckless Industries fairing with the Rockford Fosgate system with the 4 speakers, definitely give it a thumbs up. I give that a go. Now again, I don't have navigation on this, but I don't need it because I never used it on my Street Glide anyways, because with my phone mounted right here, I use navigation on my phone, which is typically better than the navigation on the stereo screen here anyways. So I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of how nice that sounds, and I'm really happy with it. He did go ahead and add in the storage compartments up top here, got a little windshield there. So again, really nice. I really like this idea because this gives me some flexibility. And certain days when I'm going on a longer road trip, I leave the fairing on. If I want to go for a ride and not have the fairing and I want that open feel coming through the front of the bars, I could very easily take this fairing off. So I basically get 2 bikes in one. The way it's sitting now is going to resemble pretty much a Street Glide. Then if I take the fairing off, we're back to a Road King. So I really like that flexibility. So it's got a little bit taller bars on here. Again, these look to be 14s, but they might be 16s, I'm not sure, which are tilted forward because the fairing's in the way of right here at the speaker. So what I will be swapping out soon is I will be taking these bars out and putting on 16-inch bagger bars, which allow the bars to kind of come in on a little bit of an angle and then shoot straight up. So I'll be putting those on here in the next couple of weeks. But everything else is good. He's got some nice chrome accents here. He's got the chrome Harley Davidson gas cap there. Pretty much everything else is stock. I guess it does have the extension cable kit for the taller bars. Got the Harley branded highway pegs there, which are pretty nice. Again, it's got the floorboards in the back, obviously your saddlebags, but it's got the crash bars in the back and the front, so that's really nice. So again, this bike is in mint condition. I hate the seat though. I'm not a big fan of the seat. It's not that comfortable, so I am looking at getting another seat here very shortly. I have tried different seats in the past, from Saddleman and Mustang and LaPera. And on my last bike, which was the Street Glide, I did go with a custom Bad Boy Cycle seat, which was nice too. But on this bike, I might just keep it Harley branded and go with the Harley Davidson Tall Boy seat, which does sit you back a little bit, but that seat doesn't have any gel core technology, so it's primarily just all foam and cushioning, which is kind of what I'm going for, because if any of you have had any of those custom seats that have all the gel inserts, you'll know that that seat is pretty firm, and sometimes I just want a more softer seat when I'm riding. So I will probably be checking out the Harley Tallboy seat. But overall, I mean, this bike is in mint condition. He does have the Cobra slip-ons here as well. All right, so it has a nice sound to it. So again, everything is really nice. The only defect was right here. There's a scratch right here in the bottom of the fairing. Okay, I could probably even get that buffed out. So again, everything is in mint condition. I'm really, really happy with this bike. And what's even better, it only has 6,594 miles. So this bike is basically like brand new. And I got it at a steal of a deal. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I paid for it, but I could tell you this. For a 2015 Road King without the modifications, I paid probably trade-in value for it. Add on the modifications, I actually got a steal of a deal. So I am really happy with this bike. Overall, this is a great platform to start with. I am really happy with it. It looks awesome. It rides awesome. I really just love this bike because, again, the Road King is such a nice riding motorcycle. It does give you the flexibility to add fairing, whether you like fairing or not. That's your choice. It rides just like pretty much a street glide or a road glide. It's just really a great looking bike, and the fairing looks awesome as well. So if you look here from the front, I mean, you can see here, it looks just like a street glide. There you go there. I have my phone mount from Quad Lock mounted here on the bars too, so that's really good. It puts my phone right in a nice, convenient location for changing tracks on Spotify or whatever I want to use it as. But overall, this is a really nice bike. And here, let's go ahead and start it up. Neutral here. So it sounds real good. So again, this is the 2015 model that came out with the new updated saddlebag. So you actually have the same lever here as you have on like your street glide. Pops it right open. Very easy to get in and out of, because I believe on the 2014s, they still had the goofy lock system where you had to kind of open it up and come in on a weird angle. And it wasn't convenient to open up the saddlebags on the previous models, but I think come 2014 or 2015, they switched over to the new style that allows you to just pop open those saddlebags with the same lever system as found on, say, your street glide or road glide. But overall, this is the new bike. I really am excited by it. I can't wait to start customizing it. I will be getting a new seat soon. I will be putting new handlebars on here soon. I will be putting some floorboard relocation brackets on and extension levers and brake levers soon. So there's going to be a lot of modifications coming to this as well. And what's also cool is the previous owner put on a blue LED light kit. So the button's right here. Everything's wired in. So I can hit that button to turn on the light kit. And then on the keys up here, okay, there's a remote right here that allows me to change the light kit to, you know, flashing or glowing or however I want it to be, but that's in there. So again, that's pretty cool. Now this switch right here, this is just an additional auxiliary switch. It's not hooked up to anything yet, but I might hook up something to that as well. Maybe I'll end up getting rid of that power button there on the LED lights and wire it into that auxiliary switch up there just for convenience and ease. But overall, I am really excited by this bike. And I gotta say, I'm probably just as excited, if not more excited, with this bike compared to my last street glide. That last street glide was awesome. I really liked it. But I really am excited by this bike because, again, I like that I could take the fairing off and have a completely different looking bike. And then when I want to go on a longer ride, I put the fairing back on and I got a completely different looking bike at that point. So again, really, really happy with the versatility of this particular bike. So that's it right there. That is the 2015 Road King We'll go ahead and take this bad boy on a quick ride here soon, but I first just wanted to give you an introduction to the bike, show you it, walk around, show you how it all looks. And I am really, really excited by this new build. So there it is. Me and Mrs. Harm. We're out here at, what's it called again?
The Quecreek Mine.
Quecreek Mine.
Quecreek.
Quecreek. All right, so let's go check this out. So we're up here and around Somerset. This is where the miners were trapped underground. I'm gonna go walk through here and check it out. I assumed that down here was like the rescue shaft. That's the shaft they used to rescue them. Okay, so here we are at Flight 93. This is the upper section. There's a whole educational information building right there. I'm not allowed to go in there and film, but definitely make sure you go check that out. There's a lot of great information there. Bathrooms are over there, tons of parking. And down over the hill here is where the airplane crashed. We're gonna head there next. Here we are walking up the path to the memorial wall. We were up there a little bit ago. When you're up there, all you gotta do is keep coming around down to this building here. Over here at that stone, that's where the plane crashed. Okay, everybody, we just got home. We were out for about 6 hours today, and it was a great time. The bike rode fantastic. I'm super happy with it. It did great, and I am really enjoying this bike, and I look forward to a lot more modifications to come to it. But that's it for today's introduction video to the 2015 Road King. Again, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And also do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because it definitely helps and I greatly appreciate it. So that's it for today's video. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you one more time. Thank you. I truly appreciate you all. And as always, see you in the next video.